Hello everyone, it's Monika and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I've got a slightly different video for you. It's a video in which I'm going to show you my favorite and most used craft products and tools of 2022. So these are the products and tools I would not even consider starting any project right now, because without those, it just for me it would be impossible. So let me start off with the bigger pieces. So the first one will be the Guillotine by Crafter's Companion. This one is the big one, 12 it's a 12 inches. So that's my favorite tool. I had a different one many years ago, but I had this one for past 3-4 years, so, and I think it's really good. And if you want to do any craft project, paper craft project, you need some good cardstock. So I've been using for many years Crafter's Companion craft cardstock. This one is A4 size, 50 sheets, and it's 280 GSM. I also used matte black cardstock. This one is 300 GSM. And they used to have white stamping card, but they renamed it into white multi-purpose card. It's the same paper as the white stamping card, but they just made this name slightly different to show that you can use this cardstock for any project you want. So this one is A4 size, has 60 sheets, and it has 300 GSM. I do have A3 size of this one as well, but I thought I would just keep that one. And then I do some shaker cards and other projects, so I need a good clear acetate, and I use this one heavyweight acetate by Hunky Dory. There are 30 of them in 220 micron sheets, so this one is good one, and I do use this one a lot for any stamping or any watercolor or even alcohol marker coloring. You need good quality paper. So for alcohol markers I use this one, and sometimes the Nina card. So Nina card is a very smooth card, and you can get it from Crafter's Companion. And I also use this Spectrum Noir premium marker pad. You can see over here, has 30 sheets. I had this one for a very long time. It's a very smooth card and perfect for coloring with your alcohol markers. And when I'm talking about alcohol markers, I do use tri-blend alcohol markers, and I can show you some of them. I actually keep them in this wallet, in this bag. It's really easy to carry. I've got some of the colors over here, and these are tri-blend alcohol markers. I do have aqua markers as well, but I decided just to show you this for now. So they come in this kind of, no, actually you have to buy this separately, also on Crafter's Companion website. And for alcohol markers, let me show you which ink I'm using. I've got this one. This one is Finesse by Spectrum Noir. It's alcohol proof ink, and this one is in black. I've got one in brown as well, but that's this one I'm going to show you right now. For watercolors or aqua markers, I use this one watercolor card. It has 15 sheets, and it's by Crafter's Companion as well. And if you want to use watercolors or aqua markers, I like to use this VersaFine clay in black as well. I love this one for any stamping as well. And then Let me show you maybe. Okay, for stamping I like this one. I only had one stamping platform, and it's this one by We Are Memory Keepers. It's a precision press, and I actually bought it second hand on eBay, and I like using this one. I bought another stamping platform by Crafter's Companion, but I don't really like it that much. Let me pause for a moment so I can show you the other one. So this one is 8 by 8 inches, I think. Yes, a stamping platform by Crafter's Companion, and I tried it a few times and somehow it doesn't seem to. When for example I stamp it once, you have to press in the middle, and then you can apply more ink and press it again, and somehow it gives me that shadow effect. So maybe I have to try it again, because I know some people, they like it very much, but for some reason, because I'm used to this one, I like it and it doesn't give me any trouble. Sometimes if I need to stamp something small like a sentiment, I use small acrylic block, which works as well. Then let me show you ink pad. This one is a Versamark. It's like a clear ink for stamping and for using embossing powder and a heating tool to create heat embossing. As you can see, I've got just a little bit of this clear embossing powder. This one is by Heat It Up. I use clear a lot because then I can use different ink pads, and I use this one. This one is True White, and this one is by Cosmic Shimmer. It's quite nice as well. And if you want to use clear embossing powder, you need to use other ink pads. Let me grab the ones I use. So you can use, let me just pull some of them. So for example, this one is opaque pigment and it's good for embossing. So if you want to use clear embossing powder, you need to, and you want to have a color, you need to use any pigment ink pad, which is quite wet for a longer time, so it will work very well with a clear embossing powder. So that's another product I use quite often. And then if you see in my videos, I do use a lot of my scoreboard. This one is 12 by 12 inches scoreboard by We Are Memory Keepers, and as you can see, I've got that red line in the center. Sometimes if you need to do some score lines across, this one will help you to line it up nicely. So this one helps. And I do quite a lot of boxes for my cards, so I use this it's called Boxer scoring board, I think. I can double check that one. It's actually this one came with Ultimate Pro score system by Crafter's Companion. That's why it doesn't have this edge, but I use it on the top of my scoreboard by We Are Memory Keepers, and as you can see here, it says box lid, and then when you put it this way, it says box base. So these are really handy tools which I've been using for a very long time, and very helpful in my crafting as well. And then next tool is this Crocodile. It's a tool where you can do some holes and you can set eyelets as well. As you can see, I've got a few different colors. I've got blue, pink, light and darker, purple and lilac. This one is more brown, and those different colors on the side as well. This is a very handy tool, and I love it, and I love using this because I had a different tool which I bought, I think, in a Lidl, which didn't work that well, and it was really hard to use it actually. So that's another tool. And if you've seen me making cards recently, this is my favorite. I do have actually quite a few of border punches, but this one is my favorite, which I always go for. It doesn't matter if it's a card for a female or male, it always works very well, and I like this design very, very much. Then I've got some things for embellishments, and actually I wanted to show you this adhesive remover. It's a liquid which helps you with cleaning your stamps. So this one is really good, and actually I got it in one of the prizes for winning card maker of the year 2022, and I didn't know that I need that in my craft room, but once I start to use it, I found it really, really helpful to cleaning like a mat when you put something not very nice and you want to clean it properly. Then I use a lot of pearls, flat back pearls. I've got different colors over here. I've got some gems as well in another box. I've got more different sizes of pearls, and as you know, I love using sequins, and I do have this box with different colors, but probably you know that I use a lot of those iridescence clear ones. And if you watch my last video, you know that I used it on this card over here, and it gives this nice effect, and it's just a little small touch to my project. So that's another one. And I love this rubber. It's a rubber to remove a glue, so it's a glue remover from a project. I love this one, and this is something which can save your project ultimately if you mess up a little bit. I've got some other gems which I had on my desk, so these are really handy. And my favorite glue is this one. It's a Polish brand. It's a magic glue, and you can actually get it in the UK, but if I, for example, I run out of this one, and this one is by Tonic Studio. It's a Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. It's quite old bottle, and you can see that the writing is rubbing off, but I love this glue as well. If it's on offer, I go for this one as well because it's really good. Glossy accent, it's really good for adding like a gloss to any project. If you want to add that extra sparkle to your project, I think this one is very good. And I had a small bottle at first, but then I went for the big one. And of course, I love glitter, so I love this glitter glue. I know this one is simple, but I love this. And again, every time I use the same glitter glue in the center of my butterflies, and sometimes in the center of some of the flowers. So this one is by Dove Craft. It's a glitter glue, and it's called Crystal. So I had different colors, but this one is my favorite, and I use this very, very often. Then I also use a clear overlay. It's by Spectrum Noir. It's a sparkle pen which gives where shall I show you? I need a piece of paper. Actually, I can show you on this card as well. You can add a little bit of sparkle, for example, in the center of the leaves. Let me see if you can see it. Just a tiny bit of sparkle over here. So this one is really nice, and I love using that one as well. Then more tools. My favorite scissors are actually, I love all three of them for different reasons. First of all, for the blade, I love those by Crafter's Companion. But the handle, if I could combine two of those, I would just take take the blade from Crafter's Companion scissors, but take the handle from Tim Holtz scissors, because I was actually cutting fussy cutting some elements from that collection yesterday, and my finger was hurting really badly, but I still love to use those because this blade is really fantastic. It's really nice. It has this special coating which doesn't stick to anything, and I honestly I didn't have to clean those, so I love those scissors. I think this one is 4 inches, this one is 6, and I think there is even bigger one. I didn't get the biggest size because I don't need it. And Tim Holtz, these are the haberdasher scissors without the these are smooth blade, so I like this one. And the grip, if you struggle with cutting, this one is nice and flexible. That's why I love those as well. So those are my favorite scissors. Of course, add to adhesive. This one is red liner tape. I think this one is 6 mil. Perfect if you want to do some constructions because it will hold it forever. So I will add it to the section of adhesive. And when I'm talking about tapes, you know that I use one specific 3D foam tape, and it's this one. Actually, I'm missing a little bit of from the top because I cut it off just to fit a box, because I bought lots of them. So it's a set of 3. I think there are $3.99 or $2.99, and these are from B&M store. These are on mounting tapes and strong double-sided tapes. Very hard to get them. I haven't seen them for many months in my local B&M, but when we were away, I think about 6 months ago, on a holiday in Southport, I think, we went to B&M and I found those, and I took, I think, 10 sets. So this one is my favorite, and I still have quite a few of those stashed away somewhere. So that's my favorite. And then of course, if you know me, you know that I love my tools. This one is Tim Holtz distressing tool, so it's for distressing edges. Let me grab something. So basically, you know how it works. Some people, they use scissors. I love this tool, and I love to have it in my craft corner. And this one, it's a tool which you can use for, you need like a foam pad underneath to create like a false stitching, just to add a little bit interest to your card, and I've been using that for a long time as well. So yes, on my desk all the time. This one, it's a bone folder. It's quite new, and I bought it from Tonic Studio, and I think it's made of the special material. I can't remember the name. I think it's Teflon. I'm not sure, but it's really nice. I like it. And sometimes you probably have seen me using the other one. It's from my Scoreboard, this light blue. So these are my bone folders. And of course, my little trusty tool. I bought new ones, but I love this one and it works for me. So it's always handy to have this to tuck something under, to lift something. So I love this one as well. And then I've got a little box full of things. So in my project, I love using scissor just to give texture and a bit more interest to my projects. And then I love to use different types of lace, slightly bigger, thinner, different colors, but most of the time the natural colors. And I think this one is my favorite. I haven't used it for a while because I only have this little bit left, and I didn't check if I can buy it somewhere else. This is my favorite lace, and it's for special occasion only. It must be something special for me to use this one. Of course, I use different things. I love seam binding and binding ribbons, so like this one, which you can spray it with water, crush it a little bit in your hands and create this nice vintage look. So this one is nice. This one is like a silk ribbon, and I think I had something else. No, I didn't put it here. So of course ribbons and string, twine, anything which gives more texture, or I can add to tags or something which I can add a little bit of that something into my project. And these are the other gems and pearls I had on my desk because I've been using them on my projects. And then of course a lot of different sequin mixes, different colors for shaker cards, for shaker boxes. So these are my favorite tools of 2022, which you probably seen me using all the time. So I would love to see what are your favorite products and tools of the last year, and if you want to do it, just tag me and share those with me, because I would love to see what kind of things you are using, what are your favorites. I didn't show you any cutting dies or any papers because those things are changing, but these are the basic tools which I've been using for the last year and in the previous years, because I think those are the things. I don't think I added anything new to this. It's just the core products I've been using for most of my projects in the past few years. So I hope you like this video. It's something different, and I hope you discovered something which you maybe haven't seen before. And if you've got any questions, just let me know or write me some comments, and maybe some of those things you've seen just now, it's your favorites, so let me know as well. So thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely New Year's Eve, and I will probably see you in 2023. So have a lovely New Year's Eve and all the best for 2023. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.